State regulators in India have halted production at Maiden Pharmaceuticals after the WHO raised concerns that its cough syrups could be linked to the deaths of 66 children in the Gambia. Authorities say the company skirted at least 12 quality control rules. Maiden Pharmaceuticals has not commented yet on the allegations, and a nationwide crackdown on the firm is underway, as Ishan Garg reports from New Delhi.
After state regulators in Haryana halted production at Maiden Pharmaceuticals, the Delhi government is now launching an even wider investigation into cough syrups. Over in Mumbai, Maiden Pharmaceuticals products have been pulled from the shelf, and now there might be a nationwide crackdown on the company, especially after officials said that they found severe lapses in quality control norms at the company's production facilities near Delhi. Officials say the company skipped several quality control steps and procedural norms. Chief among them is the allegation that it did not conduct the required analytical tests that could have ruled out any quality issues. The World Health Organization said last week that 4 cup syrups made by the company were contaminated with dangerous chemicals which could have caused kidney damage in children. It also raised concerns that the problem may not just be limited to the Gambia.
While the contaminated products have so far only been detected in the Gambia, they may have been distributed to other countries. WHO recommends all countries detect and remove these products from circulation to prevent further harm to patients.
The Indian government has now constituted a panel to investigate the WHO's concerns. It's looking to find out if the cough syrups were directly linked to the deaths in the Gambia. If found guilty, the repercussions for Maiden Pharmaceuticals employees could be huge.
It has been proved consistently and straight away with the evidence that is there that the firm is responsible for manufacturing that product. Then the punishment can be very severe if it has been established that the firm had manufactured that product due to which children have died. The punishment can be maximum life imprisonment in this case.
Despite the government's steps, analysts say this episode could taint India's image as a drug exporter. Hailed as the pharmacy of the world, India makes a fifth of the world's generic drugs and more than half of the vaccines. Pharmaceuticals account for nearly 40% of India's exports to Africa. And now the death of 66 children in the West African nation could raise questions about the country's credibility.
Competence will not be questioned. What will be questioned is India's regulatory activities. How are these people going through? Some of these people are slipping through the law. That may be questioned.
Questions are also being raised about the WHO's role. Critics say the health body could have sounded the alarm sooner, especially as local officials in the Gambia had raised concerns about kidney damage in children in July. Officials in Banjul have also launched an investigation into the deaths. They've also stopped using the cough syrups altogether, and patients are being prescribed pills instead. Indian officials say that if Maiden Pharmaceuticals is found guilty, the punishment will be strict and swift. Ishan Garg, SABC News, New Delhi.
Mustapha Manneh is West Africa Regional Editor at China Dialogue based in the Gambia. He joins us now to talk about this. A very good evening to you. Thank you so much for speaking to us, Mustapha. What can you tell us about this incident and how it relates to this Indian pharmaceutical company? Did it come as a surprise, and did the information just come from the WHO, or were you already noticing this trend?
Thank you so much for having me. This cough syrup scandal have hit the Gambia entirely because this is something that most Gambians are not expecting. Because if you look at the Gambia, many people don't have like that 100% access to the healthcare facilities. So most of them depends on these pharmacies to be able to get their medication. So understanding that the medicine at the factory, at these pharmacies can be detrimental to their health is really a scary moment for them. So right now there is uncertainty whether Gambians will go and buy medicines at the pharmacies, especially that are media.
Okay. Now, we understand that 4 samples of the syrup was tested. Were all of these present in the Gambia?
Sorry?
We understand that 4 samples of this cough syrup were tested. I'm asking if all of these brands available in the Gambia.
Gambia most are available in the Gambia. Because if you can look at what is currently happening in the Gambia is the Ministry of Health, together with some volunteers, are going around to these pharmacies trying to take anything that is from this company. So it's not even only about the cough syrup, but it has to also do with the paracetamol syrup, because these were the first thing that the Ministry of Health asked people not to use. Because first, it's not even about the cough syrup, it was about the paracetamol, because this is when they suspected that so many kids are dying or so many kids are having this kidney issue. Their first warning was about paracetamol syrup, but later it turned to be both paracetamol and the cough syrup. Yes, we have so many types of these cough syrups, but most of them are open for those who are using it.
So, Mustapha, perhaps let's establish how it arrived in the Gambia, these products, and are they only available or made for production for Gambia, or do you know, to your knowledge, are these products also available in India?
Yes, so what happened is the Gambian police force are still investigating, or they have prompted an investigation into the matter to establish how this product reached the Gambia. But Gambia is a country that are getting most of their products from India. And India products, especially when it comes to the medicine or pharmaceutical materials, are really in a high present in the Gambia. So to say whether when this product arrived in the Gambia could be only be established when the Gambia police finally established their report. But again, the uncertainty is left to the Ministry of Health in the Gambia, where so many Gambians believe that they are not given enough information regarding the product were established and the supplier, the main supplier, because in the Gambia, licenses are given to individuals to be able to bring products in the Gambia, especially that has to do with health products, that have to do with medicine. And who is having this license to bring the product in the Gambia? It's still not identified by the Gambia Health Ministry, and they know it. So many informations were kept away from the public, and this is even what prompted to the protests, like demanding answers from the Gambia government. Because when the issue was out, like when WHO made that revolution that 66 Gambian children died from this kidney injury, Gambians went out to do what we call lightning, candle lightning, to show our condolences to the families, to show them that we are with them. But unfortunately, this wasn't the case when it comes to the government, because so many informations are really kept away from the population.
And this is what I'm wondering about, particularly your Health and Regulatory Council. We understand that 2 of these products were, in fact, as the WHO says, very old cough and cough formulations that actually have been known contamination risks. So what is the process of bringing in products that is going to be dispensed to the population? Does the Health Regulation Council in your country get involved? Is there such a body, and how does it operate?
Gambia have a council called the medical. These are councils that have to do with all the issues that have to do with medicine in the country, and or medical issues in the country. But the most interesting part is this: we have a policy. Apology not to the people. Happen. This one is that they are like he have asked or tasked the ministry to do a thorough review about these policies, because these are policies that are not seen by Gambians. So we have a policy that is lying down there, a policy that will only be effected when there is an issue like this, or when there is a national disaster like this. So these are policies that are not seen by many, including myself, but there is a policy that is guiding the coming of this product in the Gambia. What I can say is that Gambia has, when it comes to health sector, we have what we call licensing issue. So you are licensed to operate a pharmacy, and you are given a license to bring this pharmaceutical product in the Gambia. But how these licenses are issued and who controls this license is the question the entire nation is asking. And is the question that the entire nation is going to find an answer after the police completed their problem. Because these are things that are not known to people, and they should be known to